Corsair H115i RGB Pro XT opinion. First of all, with this H115i RGB Pro XT kit, Corsair offers us a reference very similar to the H100i RGB Platinum that we were testing a while ago. The design is very similar, but we ignore the RGB fans while having a larger radiator. The finishes are very good, with a particularly neat radiator. Honestly, we would like to see more of them. Moreover, it is a pity to come to ruin everything because of two long screws coming to tight and the fins placed under the threads. Speaking of screws, let's continue with the installation. Conventionally with Corsair, there is an AIO very simple to install, especially on AMD socket. No need to dismantle everything, just screw the hooks in the original mounting system of the motherboard. Always in connection with the installation, you should know that the pump allows the management of the fans. An option that disappeared on NZXT's Kraken kits, but that Corsair keeps, enough to stand out from the competitor. One of the strong points of Corsair AIOs for years has been the advanced management of kits via the brand's CU software. Via the latter, you can get the most out of your kit. The speed management of the fans and the pump, lighting, monitoring, everything is there. Like NZXT, Corsair offers a complete solution to manage this AIO. Since we are on CU, know that the software offers a lot of effects to animate your pump. In addition, the lighting of the latter is successful, the colors are vivid and stand out well, and there is no distinction between the diodes. Would only miss RGB mils, but that is reserved for another series. Spoiler alert, RGB Platinum. We were able to see it. The H115i of the mark wants to be very powerful, especially in 5 volts where the temperatures did not take off. We are clearly a notch above the H100i RGB Platinum. In terms of temperatures, clearly, you will not have to fear the heat stroke, this AIO competing without too much trouble with the kits in 360mm. Although the temperature-noise ratio is interesting, we would have liked less noise at full speed. Indeed, 50 decibels is not tenable for an H24 configuration. Looking at the side of the brand's software, it will always be possible to restrain. Our advice? Do not exceed 1500 RPM, 1600 RPM, and there you will have an excellent performance, noise, size ratio. And in idle, the 0 decibels profile for the fans is still present. Unfortunately, the main downside of this version lies in its delicate pricing in our opinion. Indeed, Corsair announces its AIO at €154.90, the same price as the RGB Platinum version equipped with two 140mm mils. On paper these two kits offer the same pump, fans with similar characteristics and ultimately the same functionality. A really strange positioning which seriously limits its interest according to us. Indeed, we do not see what would push the buyer to opt for this version Pro XT ultimately. Lack of RGB? No problem, just cut it via CU. Will of a general design still as convincing. Top finishes for the radiator. The particularly quick installation of its AMD socket. Management via CU. Controlling ventilation directly from the pump. The 0 decibels profile for fans for noise allergy sufferers. Successful pump lighting. Its very good temperatures at low speed. Its performance far better than that of an H100i Platinum. Its interesting temperature-size ratio. We would have liked pricing that clearly stands out from the H115i RGB Platinum. Shorter screws no longer tapping into radiator fins. However, quieter fans in 12 volts. Corsair offers us with this H115i RGB Platinum, an excellent 280mm kit. The whole thing left us with a good impression. The kit is efficient, rivals 360mm models, well finished and installs very quickly. The software allows you to manage your AIO at your convenience, especially as it allows you to silence the fans a bit too noisy in 12 volts. Nevertheless, we would have liked a more demarcated price of the H115i RGB Platinum equipped with RGB fans. It is this aspect that causes it to lose platinum.